In this video, we're going to go over the complaint module and how it relates to complaints, allegations, findings, and monitorable orders or follow-up items. And then we'll talk a little bit about how that is displayed in the register module. So to begin with, we'll go to the complaint module, and let's start by creating a new complaint. So we'll enter a file number. This can be auto-generated or it can be manually inserted. The complaint type, this pick list is managed by the college, so we're just working with some default data here, so we'll say professional misconduct. The administrator, once again, is this is a list managed by the college. The investigated member, the complaint status we'll say is open. We'll say okay. So now, if we search for that member, we'll find that they have a complaint case. Now, so let's say we want to add an allegation to this member. So we right-click on allegations and choose Add Allegation. So, and this is controlled by a master list. So right now we just have a couple of test values in here. To deal with or to add new allegations and allegation findings, we would go to the Allegation Explorer, and we can add those here. So we have one test. Let's call this. We'll say the code is 222, and we're going to call it 2.test. And we can add a new one, and we'll call this one. We'll call this one improper billing record keeping. And this list will be maintained by the college. So we'll go back in here, and so now we'll say add allegation, and you can see we can choose improper billing record keeping, and we can, if we know the finding of the allegation now, we can enter it, or we can just leave it blank. We can also add some notes to this, save it. And so now we have that. Now we have that forever. We can add another allegation, and we can have an unlimited number of allegations. So next, what happens is obviously we can, later on down the road, we can add an allegation finding to the record. So we can say that on this test allegation that the person was found guilty, but perhaps on the billing allegation the person was found not guilty. And those allegation findings can be changed later on. But once the basic complaint case is complete, then the next step in this process may actually be to add a monitorable order or an outcome to this case. An example of that would be, so if we right-click on monitorable order and choose Add Monitorable Order, we can choose, so the file number is already predetermined, 12345, and that came from the complaint. The order source, now this likely comes from one of your committees, and that, again, monitorable order sources are configurable by you as well. So we'll say it came from a hearing. We'll call the order itself, the due date is, let's say they have to complete it by January 1st, 2014, and then we can include details. The details of the order can be made public, where the comments would be comments that are for internal use only. So once we save this, now this is a monitorable order that is on this complaint case. So you can see we have one here. The other place that it's visible is from the Register and Explorer. Now you'll note back on the complaint management module, the monitorable order is editable, and we can add notes to it. We can basically do whatever we want with it. On the Member Relationship Management tab, when we go into this member, you can see we can open up monitorable orders, but we can't actually do anything. We can't actually do anything to it. All the fields are read-only, and that's so that we can display the monitorable order to any user in the system, but no users have access to modify any of the data when they're in the Register and Explorer. They can do that when they're in the Complaint Explorer. Thanks so much, and if you have any questions, just shoot us an email or give us a call. Thanks.